Good evening. Good evening. Track with me for a moment on this thought process I had just the other night. Say, for instance, it's just an analogy, but I'm going somewhere with it. Say you are going to a restaurant. You are very, very hungry. And you get to the restaurant, waiter sits you down. You've got the whole menu in front of you to choose from. But no matter what's on the menu, you can't seem to choose to figure out which one you want to eat, right? So you're like, well, I want to eat, but I don't want to just eat anything for the sake of eating. It's not just to be full. I want to be fulfilled in what it is that I'm eating. So you ask the waiter, well, what do you suggest that I should get? And perhaps the waiter says, why don't you get the Alfredo, the chicken Alfredo with the fettuccine is really good. He's telling you how creamy and rich the sauce is, and the chicken is tender, and the fettuccine noodles are cooked to the perfect al dente. And he said you could even choose between peas or with broccoli, whichever way you want to get it. And he just, the way he's saying it is just like got your palate all stimulated for the chicken Alfredo. And so with all the other all the other menu, dishes that are on the menu, you decide, you know what, I'm going to go with the Alfredo that you mentioned, because that really sounds good. And that's really what I got the taste for now, because I think that'll satisfy me. And he says, okay. So he goes away. You're waiting 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, no Alfredo. He comes back to you. He said, are you okay? Yeah, I'm just waiting for my Alfredo. How much longer? Because it's been like 40 minutes. Should I get something else? No. This is for you. This Alfredo is for you. No one else can have this but you. This Alfredo is for you. So you just wait on it. It's going to be here. Okay. So you're waiting, and then your mouth is just, every time the thought of what he said just makes you want that Alfredo more and more and more and more. So you're still waiting for this Alfredo to come. And so while you're waiting, you're watching other people get served. And you're like, wow, that looks good. That ain't what I want. Wow, that looks good. I mean, that's almost like what I got, but I don't want the peas. I want the broccolis, and I don't know what that is. So another waiter comes over to you, and he says to you, you've been sitting here waiting for a while. Is there anything that I can get for you? You're like, no, I'm just waiting for my waiter to bring me the Alfredo. He said, are you sure? Because I have these. And he has these other dishes here, and he sets them before you. And he says, you can have any of these if you want. And I have them ready right now. And so you're like, oh, you know what? I am pretty hungry. He is taking a long time. Maybe I'll go ahead and I'll have one of these. And so you get your fork ready, and you're putting it together in there, and you stick your fork down, and before you can put the spoonful of food in your mouth, you get a whiff of the food, and it turns your stomach, because that's not what's on your palate. So it turns to put a nasty taste in your mouth. It turns your stomach. This is not what I want. I don't think this is what's for me. Set your plate down. You push it back, right? So now you're even more determined now, because you know that substitute wasn't working. So you're not going to go with that. You're just going to wait on what this waiter has. Waiter comes over. He looks at the other food and plates on there. He said, oh, you got something else? Oh, no. Another waiter brought that to me, but I don't want that. I'm going to wait on what you're bringing me. He said, okay. I said, how much longer is it going to be? He says, oh, it's coming right up. It'll be any moment now. Any moment now. He goes away. Another 20, 30 minutes. You're like, man, the whole time you're sitting there, so much excitement and anticipation. You're getting tired. And sometimes you want to just kind of like just give up and just eat what's sitting in front of you right now. But every time you do, you think about how your stomach turned when you went to try to eat that, so you don't get it. So the waiter comes back again, and he said, well, really, waiter, how much longer is it going to be? And he says, any moment now. It's going to overtake you when it comes. It's going to come so fast. That's how it is when you're waiting on God for anything that meaningful in any way to his kingdom. When God calls you to desire a thing, and he entices you with something that he has for you or for you to do, nothing else will satisfy that thing that God has put in your desire. As I use in the analogy, on your palate. Your palate wants that Alfredo. Your soul, your spirit wants that thing that God is saying he has for you. And so you're willing to wait for that thing. I assume that in a restaurant, if that was a real case thing, we'd go with something else and we'd eat it begrudgingly. Or people around us be like, why are you waiting so long for something like that? I would have loved, I would have did whatever. And that's okay in the analogy and in the restaurant. But when it comes to what God wants to serve you, when it comes to what God wants to give you, you don't want to just run out and just be like, oh, I'll just take this substitute over here, God, and it's nothing like what God said he got for you. It ain't even the same thing. It might do the same thing, but it's not equipped with the same ingredients that is in this other thing that God has for you. And so God says, I need you to wait on this thing, because that other thing won't do. It's not going to satisfy you. It's not going to get you what you need. Don't give up too soon. Don't break before you break through to what God has for you. Don't fall short in faith. Don't grow weary in your well-doing. God says he has it for you. He will give you what you are looking for. If it's a thing that he is giving you, especially I want to say to those of you who are waiting on things that God has already told you is going to affect his kingdom in the most magnanimous way. Wait on that thing, because anything under that is not going to have that effect. You're stifling God's plan, not just for you, but his plan for the kingdom, and whomever in the kingdom he is going to use or use you to affect. Hold on and wait on it. Now we'll wait for those little basic things, cars, houses, whatever. We're looking for all that, getting that, we'll believe in God for that. But then there's those other things that aren't so tangible, those other things that aren't so cut and dry, and there's no formula to receive it, except for faith, except for patience, except for waiting. So whatever it is, if it's a kingdom building, you want to put a building in there for God, and you believe God is calling you to get a building. Believe God for it and don't settle, but for what he is telling you he has for you. If you believe it's a certain job that he wants you to work, believe God for it. Don't settle for anything else. Say, well, I've been waiting on this job forever, God, and they're not going to give me this promotion, so I'm just going to go to another place and work there. No, just settle. Just don't settle. Just wait on God. He's going to give you what he said he was going to give you. Oh, Lord, I know you said I got this kingdom spouse, but they're not acting like they interested. And it's been a minute, and I'm just ready to go over here and just be with that one. You can do that. But it's not going to be the effect that you thought it was going to be. He has a reason why he said this person is who you're going to be with. There is a reason. There is something he has set in between the two of you that is going to affect his kingdom to the positive, that is going to be soul winning, that is going to be devil busting, yoke destroying in ways that we haven't seen before. But you got to wait on it. You can't rush into anything. You can't put your own wisdom, your own understanding on things that God has promised in you. He will give you every step that you need to make. Keep your ears attentive to what he is saying. Keep your heart open to the movement of what he is doing, and keep your eyes open to see things in the spirit, because what you see in the natural ain't gonna match up to what God is saying in the spirit. But whose report will you believe? Believe the report of the Lord. Don't give up. Don't break before your breakthrough, because you got to remember that God tells no lies. And he breaks no promises. He said he's going to do it, and it's going to happen just the way that he said. That's the way he has it planned and set for it to be done. Don't rush him. Find your place in the comfort of his promise. Find your rest there while you wait. And whatever else he is telling you to do while you wait, do it while you wait. He got it for you. Don't break before your breakthrough. He tells no lies, and he breaks no promises. Y'all be blessed.